everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Akai Hato / Haachama, she herself created the whole Haachama persona. She is a part of the first generation of Hololive with Yozora Mel, Aki Rosenthal, Natsuhiro Matsuri, Shirakami Fubuki. She is on a health break right now. She is on a mental health break. It sounds wrong saying it that way, but she's on a break for the betterment of her mental health. This was the notice that was put out there. Of course, this is on her official Twitter channel, Twitter account. We have, this is Akai Hato, but after considering my health and discussing with my family, it has been decided that I will take a break from activities for a while. I feel deeply sorry to deliver this news to all the fans who can support me, but I would appreciate your understanding. And this was after the situation where aunties got in and decided to go after her as much as they could with as many things that they knew were going to get her frustrated. They knew were going to get a rise out of her. They saw a moment where they thought that she was a bit weaker. Maybe she was mentally at that point a little bit exhausted, because I believe she had been streaming for several hours before the stream that caused this. But she did go on a break because of that. It wasn't a forced break, it wasn't anything like that, but it was a regular break that they all decided on. What we have here is Fox Friend, the good Fox Friend, the best Fox Friend you could have. Fubuki decides to go on, of course, because she is kind of the pillar, one of the pillars of Hololive, and she is someone who is very close to Haachama, who was there when it happened and made sure to take care of Haachama, to talk to her, to make sure that things kind of were handled correctly. And we're going to have an update from her here. And here she's talking about Korone. First, we're going to go through everything just because I don't want to accidentally skip anything, so let's keep going.
の話をしようと思ってたんでした。コロネがね、今ちょっとご家族関係で休養中で、ちょっと前からね、結構コロネがバタバタしてるのは。
So yes, Korone is Family Matters. She even went on and said Family Matters as well. Let's go through this, and then later she's going to be talking about Haachama.
知ってて、いろいろとね、遊ぼうって思ってたこととかをごめんねみたいな感じに遊べなかったりとかすることがあって、結構大変そうだなって思ってる中、なんかついにコロネがね、休養ってことで。なんかゆっくりね家族との時間を過ごしてほしいなっていうのと、戻ってきたらねやっぱりいっぱい楽しいことをしようなと思ってまして、コロネの発表が出る前に実はねコロネがね一緒にやろうってやりたいってくれたゲームがですね遊べるようになって連絡したんですけども、ちょうどねその次の日ぐらいに声明が出て、そこでそうかだから返事なかったのかって。
So yeah, Fubuki is very understanding. Let's continue.
なので、またね戻ってきた時に声かけようかなと。わちは休養で思い出した。ちょっとチャマにも触れとくか。チャマの状態がどうとかってのは全然知らないんですけど、なんか
So now she gets to Haachama, and let's see what she says.
思ってほしくなかったのが、この間の1期生のコラボあったじゃないですか。レポした配信あれ突発ではあったもののなんですけど、実は1ヶ月ぐらい前とかかな、チャマがここで1期生でコラボしようよって実は抑えててくれてた日程なん。
So when they had the genuine collab, is because Haachama wanted the genuine collab. Because remember, she did mention during that time, she's mentioned many times before, that she felt a bit isolated, not because the girls isolated her, but because she herself is not very extroverted. It doesn't seem like, even though as her personality makes it seem like on the outside, she is a little bit more reserved. From what I understand, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, she was a bit more reserved. So that's why she didn't actually go out and do things.
ですよね。チャマから声かけてくれて1期生でコラボしたい。チャマの旅行した先の写真とかを見ながらみんなで旅行した気分になりたいって言ってくれて、それが本当に嬉しくて、じゃあみんなでこの日開けとこうってことになったんですね。でチャマが休止することになってしまって、で一応開けてた日程だしどうするみたいな話があって、でそこでせっかくね1期生揃ってるならやっぱり1期生で楽しいことしようよってことで、実は日時間を決めてはいなかったんですけども、急遽レポやるかってのでわちゃわちゃできるゲームをしようってことでなったんですよね。なので勘違いしてほしくないのが、なんかチャマを仲間外れにしていたとかそんなことは。
The reason why she's mentioning this, there's no such thing as us ostracizing Chama, because that was one of the things that the aunties wanted. That was what they wanted to continue. That was the fake news that they wanted to have there. That everyone was ostracizing her, everyone was, avoiding her. They didn't want her to be a part of any collabs or anything like that. There is no such thing, as far as I can tell, at all in any of the generations of HoloLive. That is just something that doesn't seem to exist, which I'm very happy about.
一切ないです。少なくとも1期生ではない。あの日撮ったのも、せっかくチャマがね1期生でやろうって言ってくれてた、開けてくれてたみんなの時間だったので、そこをねやっぱり無駄にしたくないっていう気持ちで、なのでねチャマが帰ってきたらまた一緒にこうねコラボに行って合わせて旅行のお写真見て旅行に行った気分になったりとか旅行に行きたいなと思ってます。なんか変なこと書かれてたこともあったので、あのコラボはそういうことだったよっていうのをちょっとお話しさせていただきました。
Yes, because like I said again, the collab was without Haachama because of the situation. From what we know now, I'm glad that she let people know. I'm very glad she let people know. There was a plan to have Haachama there. In fact, it was planned with Haachama in mind. Haachama and her were planning it because of Haachama wanted something going on for their Gen 1, like to have a collab together, because they haven't had one in a very long time. The thing is, what happened. She needed to take that break. They didn't want to let go of that opportunity to have the collab since it was already programmed in. It was like, we might as well still have it. They did. It wasn't anything like, oh my god, thank goodness she's gone and now we can have it, which was some of the stuff, if you can believe it or not, it was some of the stuff that was being put out there on the Japanese Twitters and things like that, that they were just waiting for the moment that Haachama wasn't there for them to have a collab on purpose, that they didn't want her there and that was the only excuse they could use to have a collab without her there. That was the kind of BS that's being spread around. I hate that it was being spread around because Fubuki and the other girls from Gen 1 do not look like the people that would be doing that. And in my opinion, they're not the type of people to be doing that. So that is why I needed to put this out there, because I wanted that to be cleared up. Globie is a VTuber agency under Brave Group. They have a lot of amazing talents under their belt, but their management has had some issues and has had some accusations against them. One of the main accusations is something that I'm going to be talking about here, which is that Globie has, they themselves, the management, has botted some accounts underneath them. One of the things that is being shown, at least recently, in regards to this whole botting thing, is Globie Social recently put out, Globie on their Globie Social account, Twitter, of course, recently put out 250k subs on Globie's official account. Thanks to our talents for making that milestone so easy, and to our fans for loyal support. So, about 2.8 million views. That means 1 in 10 views. 1 in 11 views or so. Views, not viewers, not, things like that. Actual 1 in 10 views gets them a full subscription. That is quite high, from what I understand. It is a lot higher than most VTubers and most other agencies. I believe Nidisanji JP, I think, has a 0.1%, like not 10%, not 1%, a tenth of a percent transfer from watchers to subscribers, and from the total watchers, the total views into subscribers. And I believe Niji En has, I think, 0.3%, something like that, somewhere around that point. And that is normal for the main corporate account, because people usually do not subscribe to the main corporate account. Even HoloLive has a lower subscription rate than what Globie is showing. Now, that's not to say that they won't subscribe to the actual VTubers. And also, remember, I am not criticizing the VTubers here. Not criticizing them at all. Not saying that any of theirs are botted, because why would a VTuber bot their stuff? Especially if they're in an agency, why would they bot their stuff? They wouldn't, as far as I know. If you have other proof, let me know. But so far, I'm going by the proof that I can see, at least tangential proof. Right here, the proof is in the pudding. 1 in 11 total views of their whole channel has gotten them a subscriber. That's quite a bit. That's 10. That's like 9%, 8-9%. That is more than, like I said, most other people do. I know I'm repeating myself, but I do want to drive that home, that their subscriber count may not be real, and the subscribers that they have may not be actual, like, people, or at least people who would regularly subscribe to them. So that's just all I wanted to put out there. It sucks when companies do that. Most companies won't, but sometimes companies fall under the management of the company falls under the belief that at the very least, if they give a good appearance, that might bring actual more people to their channel. So we'll see what it ends up in, but it's not really going to affect them very much negatively, other than, you know, people being like, dang, why did they do this? But just wanted to let you guys kind of see what's going on more than anything. Virtual Rabbit Hole on Twitter has posted recent viewerships, recent concurrent viewerships of different VTubers, and kind of showed that Koseki Biju had 16K for Pokemon Legends specifically, Luca Kaneshiro for Getting Over It, and then Cleo for Anno 117. The thing is here, it is very likely botted, not by the actual VTubers. I am going to repeat, this is not the VTubers doing it themselves, because neither of them would have to. Neither of them would have a reason to do so, because, I mean, they're part of agencies, and that gives them usually enough. Most of them are more than happy to get whatever they can, whatever they have regular, instead of having people bot them. The one that is very interesting is Luca Kaneshiro, because that specific look there, it looks like someone botted, the bots ended, they botted again, the bots ended, they botted again, the bots ended, and they were trying to bot again by the time that the stream ended. That is, like, what happens sometimes is sometimes people who don't like them will bot them. Other times, people who like them will bot them as well to try to get their Oshi a little bit higher on the whole thing. HoloLive has been hit by it. A lot of people from HoloLive have been hit by it. Callie, others have been hit by it on JP and EN side. It looks like Luca was hit by this as well. There are many on EGEN that have been hit. Once again, this is not saying that the VTubers themselves were involved in botting, just putting a spotlight again on the fact that botting is very prevalent in the VTuber community by haters and parasocial people alike that just want to get their Oshi a little bit higher and don't mind spending the money to do it. In those cases, I mean, it's up to you if you want to or not, but it doesn't really help your Oshi as much as you think, in my opinion, once again, because it doesn't really lead to any new subscribers. It just leads to inflated views, and that's all it really does. And it can actually hurt your Oshi because they know they're being botted, and it hurts to see that a lot of the, like, you get excited for a second and then you're like, oh wait, those aren't real, so that hits you. So like I said, sometimes it's intentionally done so that'll happen, and other times it's just a fan who is just doing something that their Oshi really honestly wouldn't appreciate. Either way, wanted to show you guys this, and just as a PSA a bit as well at the very end, don't do this. Don't bot if you're a VTuber, and don't bot your Oshi. You may end up hurting them more than you're helping. Instead of botting, you know, give a membership, give a super chat. You know, spend the money that you would have done for that. Give a super chat, give a membership, give something like that that will actually go directly to the talent. Just my 2 cents here. 3AM Talent is an agency introduced in September 2023. It was started by Kokui and some of her friends, from what I understand. They are making, like, they already have several different generations, but it did start with Kokui. It started with the first generation Meat, Callie Calico, and Olivia Monroe. Some friends that decided to create an agency, from what my understanding. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but from what I know, that's what it is. They, on their Twitter channel, whatever Twitter account you want to call it, have gone and announced that 3AM Gen 3 is going to have Snuffyowo, Issa Corva, and Vividly ASMR. Join us today for our debut rally, where we'll be debuting our first official 3AM covers during the rally, starting at 5 p.m. Central Time on Snuffy's channel. So yeah, that was on November 11th. That was the moment that everything started off. These are people who are pretty big in their own rights. They are pretty darn big in their own rights, and they are also here, as shown, a lot of the 3AM with all of the current members of 3AM here. Snuffy, Issa Corva, and Vivi being their most recent ones to come in. And let's just take a quick look, if I can. I will show you a quick look into what they have done. And here are some of the things that they have done here. As I mentioned, I was going to do. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm like finally breathe now that I'm like a little colder. Should I wash my hands or do I kind of like this? I kind of like this. A lot of thought into it. It's all very band centric. I really love all the different ideas we came together with. Like Koki did let me show you guys. Koki designed this using Ton's art that they made of us. So this kind of...
So Koki helped make some of the art there. And of course, we also have Vivi the ASMR here talking a bit about it.
My entire fucking life story. Let's go. We're gonna get this. So he moves in with me and my dad. And I'm like, hey. But a couple of the ones that I really like. I love Summer Wars. It is actually my favorite.
So they go through
the whole time.
This is pretty much them going through like the intro to them for anyone who's realizing the whole thing of 3M. As like I said, this is kind of the rally that they did, and Issa Corva was one of the people who was in it as well, and they go through the whole part of being in it.
Animals. I have 2 cats. I have one cat named Frog and one cat named Bear. I like music.
And as you can see, they're all very big in their own rights. These are not people who are just starting out. They're all, Snuffy's the biggest one out of all, almost 500,000 followers on her Twitch, but the rest of them are no small VTubers in their own right. Very glad that they were able to join this group. Koki is an amazing VTuber. I have rated her a couple of times. I have watched her several times. She is a ball of energy. She's just great for her community, great for the community, and I'm glad that this project that she has is continuing forward. HoloLive's indie game branch, HoloIndie, has decided to announce that they will be having HoloCafe, which is a game, in this case, not an actual cafe, but a game. The cafe will feature a total of 17 talents from HoloLive Japan, Gen 0 and Gen 1, HoloLive English Myth, and HoloLive Indonesia Gen 1. Now, for what it looks like, it is, like they're saying here, the full generation of HoloLive Myth. As you can see, Amelia in there. You can see Callie at the very far right, Takanashi Kyari next to her, Gura next to her, Amelia, and then at the very far left, Ina. So let's take a look at what it is right now. Not going to have any music in the background, of course, but we're going to get a little bit of a look of what goes on here. It looks like it is a cafe type of... it's a cafe building sim, it looks like. It is trying to create Yago's dream through Indonesia, the Indonesian talents, the HoloLive JP talents, and everything like that. It's very cool. It's very cool. Chaotic HoloLive Cafe Sim. Serve customers, hire talents, upgrade your cafe, and juggle the unpredictable antics of a running cafe, all while keeping the businesses afloat. Can you save Yago's dream? And here are some of the things that you were able to see there. The waitresses, there's Nodoka there, helping things build up. You can, of course, unlock different people inside of HoloLive as well. I think this is going to go well, as almost all of theirs have done. It's going to be coming soon. It's not yet released. But when it is, it's going to be a success, as all of them have been so far. Welcome back, everyone, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is simple. I want it to be a place where we can support each other, we can help each other, we can make it a place to promote other VTubers and, bring things up. Today I'm talking about Kibbiverse, who is a VTuber that, it says Digital Angel in the Pools, Glitch Loops, and Liminal Signals. Let's take a look here. Fox Dragon, Webcore, Backrooms, Angel, Cozy Horror, and the fan art is Kibitized. We're going to take a look at something that they've done recently, which was a place where they were just drawing, I'm guessing either fans or things like that. So this is fun to take a look at, of course. Some toast memes.
Cute, but I barely draw. You think I can draw a fucking dragon?
Oh, never mind. They were given, as you can see on the top left of that that section there, you saw that they had something that was a reference, and then they were drawing that as a toast thing. So, of course, my bad. And we do have their stuff here from their actual channel. Made sure that it was theirs because, of course, it leads back to Kibbiverse here. So, of course, it is the same one. This is her YouTube channel. And these are the things that she has done on at least the videos. The live streams, the last one she put was 3 months ago for the Peak Energy collab, Brave Okami, that type of thing. And thank you so very much for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.